going to be a back to school makeup tutorial. I'm going to show you how to get this natural makeup look and how to make it last all day long while you're at school. So to start this look off, you want to make sure that you've moisturized before. If your skin is really hydrated, your makeup's just going to go on a lot smoother. Everything's going to look a lot nicer on the skin if you have a nice moisturizer applied prior. I applied the moisturizing tint SPF 30 from Glow Therapeutics before starting. It's got a little bit of a tint, sunscreen, and it's moisturizing, which I love for those days when you want to go quick, like before school. So also the next thing we're going to do is prime the face. I tend to be a little bit more on the oily side. I get oily in my T-zone, so primer is a big must for me. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Complexion Primer just in my T-zone area. If you're oily all over, feel free to use this on your entire face, but for me, just the T-zone is the main area that I need this product. So you're just going to kind of work it into the skin, just right in that T-zone area, just kind of pressing it so that way it's really getting into the pores and it's going to stick into the skin and not just rub right off. So you're really just trying to work it into your skin. Now that our face is primed, it's on to eye primer, and I'm also going to be using by Urban Decay is their eyeshadow primer in Eden. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers because I like that it's got a little bit of a tint to it, so it gives you almost like a concealing effect. If you can see there, it has some tint to it. So I just put a little bit on my finger and just dab in between like this. You don't need a lot of this product. A little bit goes a long way. And then I just use my fingers when I'm just going really quick. You just dab it on and just kind of blend it out with your finger. Now that we've primed our face and our eyes, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to conceal first before my foundation because I'm going to be using a powder foundation today just to keep a really simple, natural look. So we're going to go in with, for under the eyes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in Fair. And then also using my Fit Me concealer in Light. I love this concealer. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just going to use this one. You just kind of twist it and just dab it right under there. And then, since this is kind of light, I'm going to come in with my Fit Me concealer to kind of blend it out. And then also, any areas that you're maybe having some breakouts. I'm having some on my chin, so I'm just going to apply any areas of redness or just anything you kind of want to smooth out. You're going to apply that there. And then I'm going to blend it out with my it's just a little bit damp Beauty Blender sponge. And just blend. Just kind of dabbing motions with this. Now our next step is going to be our foundation. So I'm going to be using a mineral foundation today from Glow Professional. Same skincare line that I used. They have a makeup line that's mineral, so it's all natural. Keeps me from breaking out. It's not as heavy as a liquid. It's in the color Natural Medium. I'm going to just use a powder brush like this just to go ahead and work it all on. So now that we're done with the foundation, I'm going to go into the eyes. I'm going to set my eye concealer just with the color Foxy. This is the Naked Basics palette by Urban Decay, and this is one of my favorite palettes that I use every day. And I'm just going to use this palette for the whole eye look today. So I'm going to go in with Foxy. Just a nice like yellowy kind of skin color. And I'm just going to blend that out with just a blending brush just to set my primer and then set my concealer. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with the color Naked 2 just to use kind of as like a transition color. We're not going to do anything intricate today, but it's just a nice color to put on before we go in with anything darker. You're just going to blend that into the crease area. Now I'm going to go in with the darker brown color called Faint by the Urban Decay palette, just to add a little bit more depth to this look. And I'm just going to do that right in the outer crease area. So just go ahead and apply it, and then we'll blend it out. I'm going to go back with that blending brush and just blend this color out. So now you can see we just have a very natural, just some browns in there just to give some depth to the eye, but nothing too aggressive or dark or harsh or anything like that. We're just going to stick with the browns today. So I'm going to skip eyeliner on my upper eye. I'm just going to focus on keeping that area light and bright. I'm going to go ahead and line the lower lash line. This is the Revlon Color Stay Pencil in brown. So just stick right to that lash line. I'm not pressing too hard, I'm just using a very gentle hand with this. You know, find the right pressure to apply the product but not to smudge too much so you can have more control over it. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our mascaras. I went ahead and curled my lashes a little bit. I'm going to use two different mascaras today. I'm going to use Pumped Up Colossal first, and then I'm going to go ahead back in with the Define a Lash just to give it a little more length. So when you're applying mascara, you want to start at the base and just kind of wiggle it through the base to get that volumizing effect. You're kind of building so it gets more and more depth to the eyelashes. Okay, now that we have applied mascara to the upper and lower lashes, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. So I'm just going to start out by just kind of shaping, brushing through my brows with this spoolie brush just to get the hairs laying properly where I want them to lay. So that way when we go in with the product, it'll be a lot more seamless. Now that we have our brows, I'm going to go back to the face and just kind of put some color back into my face. Now that we did the foundation and we have our skin really even, we want to go back in with some color. I'm going to use a bronzer by Smashbox. It's Bronze Lights. As you can see, I love this bronzer. I use a lot of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. Just a smaller blush powder brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of contouring. So I start out with the cheeks. You just want to go right in that crease of the cheek, just to create that definition. Once you're finished bronzing the skin and creating that shape and that contour, I'm going to go in with a blush. This is a Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. And this is a really nice, just kind of like a corally, it's got some shimmer to it, so it'll give you that color and pop to the skin. Now, once you're done with your bronzing and your blush, we'll go and head to lips. And I'm going to just go really simple today. I'm going to use a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peaches and Cream. It's just a really nice pinky peach kind of a color to give you a pop to the lip, but still look nice and natural for a school day. So I'm just going to apply it right onto the lips. So as you can see, it gives a nice little bit of pop of color to this look without being over the top. It's just a nice natural lip color. And this is an optional step, but next I'm going to go in with a setting powder. I'm just going to use a translucent powder to set my whole look here. Like I said, I'm more oily, so I take this extra step just to make sure that my makeup doesn't budge once I finish applying all of it. So I'm just going to apply this to the entire face. Completes this back to school natural makeup look. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or you have any videos you want to see for back to school, any suggestions, let me know, and I'd love to try another makeup tutorial for you guys for back to school. Good luck and have a great year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more makeup tutorials in the future. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!